Welcome back, Great Bend High School teachers. Today we're going to talk about FERPA. So what is FERPA? FERPA is a federal law that came into place in 1974. It stands for the Family Educational Rights and Privacy Act. Basically, it grants parents the right to inspect school records of their students, and that school districts must maintain the confidentiality of all personal identifiable information and education records related to the students. Now, how does that apply to us? Basically, since we are a public school, we fall under the educational agencies and institutions that receive funds from the Secretary of Education. So since we get federal funding, we have to abide by these FERPA rules. So a list of items that are school-related, school records, like your report cards, transcripts, disciplinary records, their contact and family information, their class schedule, their 504s and IEPs. This is all information that falls under the FERPA regulations. To go along with school records, we also have their personal identifiable information, such as their social security number, their medical records, date of birth, home address, telephone, and their biometric data to go along with the school records when it comes to FERPA. So who has access to these educational records? Basically, it's any school employee, agent, contractor, or outside source used by the district to provide academic, mental, social, or physical services with a legitimate educational interest. So this can be teachers, principals, mental health specialists, physical specialists, SROs, anyone that definitely has educational interest in our kids. We also have some exceptions to the rules. For example, emergency situations where protected information is necessary for the health of the child or others involved. Some school officials from another school where the student is transferring. Non-educational records such as teacher notes or peer-graded papers that may not be recorded for a grade. Unless there's a request by juvenile justices or mental health services. And also, when a student turns 18 or attends a post-secondary school, the FERPA rights actually transfer to the students from the parents. All right, a big impact in the school and classroom is the use of technology. We want to make sure we're doing good digital citizenship teaching as far as being responsible and safe with their Chromebooks, as we are one-to-one Chromebook. We have the increased spyware on their Chromebooks to help protect them. And as teachers, we need to make sure we're using trusted sources. I know we want to run to YouTube, but remember, we do have Discovery Ed, so let's make sure we go there first. Last thing I'm going to leave you are just some tips. If you have any questions on some of these tips or discussion, we can talk about those. But here are 8 tips for teachers when it comes to FERPA laws. Thanks again for your attention today. Have a great day in your rooms for the rest of the afternoon.
Created using Powtoon.